you can see me clearly. I hope you can hear me clearly, because I'm sitting in this corner of the room, so the sound is probably not perfect. But I mean, I don't really have anything to say, but I tried to record a video yesterday a couple of times talking about kids and having children in the future, and how this is a sort of in some ways this is purpose. I used to think that, and I still think, and in some ways it's logical to, like, it's reasonable to say, it's not really like arguable or whatever, to say that having kids is like the meaning, or at least one of the meanings of life. But it didn't really work out. And but I mean, I was just talking about the fact that, hey, I think it's great. I think it will be great, and I kind of want to have children ASAP, but at the same time I'm young and I want to kind of live for myself a bit, how they say. And I was thinking that my desire to have kids may be a bit selfish, because having kids will kind of solve this whatever crisis of meaning, or whatever however lost I'm feeling. It will solve it, having kids. So it's kind of, but it will eventually happen, and I know this for a fact. I don't know when, I don't know like when, basically, and where, but I mean, it certainly will happen. So I shouldn't be worrying about that, and I shouldn't be really overthinking that, and I don't really think you should be. Again, I don't know, it's not an advice of like preparing. I don't know whether it should be planned really, or like really pre-planned or whatever, but I mean, yeah. But I think I'm gonna change the channel name. I've been thinking about just changing it to something like Full, spelling it like FOOL, like full of life, full of nothing, like, because it just sounds, because it's just my true self or whatever, I don't know. So so it's not just my name, because I don't know, I'm tired of clicking on the freaking channel tab and seeing my name. I don't know why, but having some grape tea. It's red. I won't be able to show it you, but whatever. It's purple, deep purple color, from a tea bag. I don't know whether it's food coloring, but I mean, the bag is purple too. But it's tasty. So yeah, I'm probably changing the name of the channel after this video, and just so it's no longer this brand of me that I used to want to have, my name is a brand or whatever. Just so it's more, I don't know, representing something else, not me. But yeah, I wanted to talk about something else, but I don't actually remember. Yeah, I've deleted the YouTube app today, because I don't know why. I just deleted it because I was tired of, because of, like, when I go into the app and to watch some long form video, eventually I find myself doom scrolling, either watching nothing or freaking YouTube shorts. So I mean, it's not helping me with this or with anything else. So I've deleted it, and I just came back inside from outside, and I sat there and I noticed that I opened my phone and kind of was staring there. It was my finger was reaching for the place where the icon used to be, and I was like, wow, this is weird. So it's mainly I would be extremely grateful if there was an opportunity on iPhone to jailbreak a freaking YouTube app, to remove the shorts tab from the bottom of the app. So because it's freaking, I don't know, I used to be able to to have this will, to have this discipline, to not click there because I was just not interested in it. I'm not interested now either, but I mean, for some reason, I mean, I just became addicted once again to this bullshit of an act of escapism or whatever. Yeah. So, and I was, and I'm trying for the last couple of months to reduce my screen time, and instead of reaching for my phone whenever I have an urge to reach for my phone, I want to grab a book, because I'm reading very, I'm reading like less and less, certainly less than I used to read, like a couple of years ago. At least I was reading before bed. I think reading before bed is at least something. Like, you should at least do this. Just and don't set any sort of timer or whatever. Just grab a book, open it, read a couple of pages for a minute or two, for 5 or 10, whatever. I think if the book is great, like, you will certainly like get into it, and read at least one chapter a night. I think that's a great way to do it. So yeah, now I'm reading this. I found kind of finally found a self-improvement book, but that is self-improvement for me, that is like in the right, in the way, how do you put it, that is on the topic. It's not even a self-improvement book, but I mean, it's on the topic that I'm interested in right now, which is like art, and just generally whatever. It is by Auguste Rodin. I don't know how to pronounce his name right. I don't even know his nationality or whatever. And I thought he was like an Asian sculptor, but it it occurred to me that he is actually, I think he died somewhere in the beginning of the 20th century. So I mean, it wasn't so long. It was like 150 years ago. But I mean, still, it's not that ancient, certainly. And he made the most famous sculpture of his, I guess, is the Thinker. I think it's called this way, the man sitting like this. And there are some others, but I mean, the book is just him. I don't know. There's some man kind of interviewing him, or just following him, and describing what he's doing and asking him questions, and it's just this sculptor, what talking about art generally, and it's just great. It feels great to finally find something that is like I don't know. It's just the way it is. And speaking on sculpting, speaking on art in general, I find myself kind of addicted to browsing the net, or I now I didn't even remember before I deleted the YouTube from my phone that I have a Pinterest app on my phone, and because I used to add, save different drawing tutorials and freaking beautiful pipes, and I don't even know, like, just pictures I like. There are a lot of some cups and vases, and I don't even know how to describe my feed. It's just this weird creative things, like wood carving and pipes and books and just some sort of clothing, I don't know. And again, vases and plates, and with different ornaments or whatever, with just characters on them. And the picture I saw today was this vase, just a regular looking vase, but there was this bat kind of curving from the top, kind of attached to it, like it's sitting, like it's like it's flying to the vase, and it just looks so great. I want, and again, reading this Rodin man, because he was this artist sculptor. In the beginning, there's sort of this description of his uh, house, of his like whatever sheds and gardens and what he had. It's not that he has, I don't know, there wasn't really detailed description there, but I mean, I want to have some this artistic house. I just want to have a shed that will produce that, out of which will, you know, what's, I don't know, where I will sit and freaking create the vases with those bats and whatnot. I don't know. And then they will be put inside the house or whatever, along the paths in the garden or whatever. I don't know. It just feels like this this is the dream, to have this sort of place to live in. You know, the where I will be. You know, I think rich people, really rich people, are like that. But I don't want to be. You know, they have these mansions, and there are pictures, there are like drawings, there are like those weird vases again, and on postman, on like pedestals, or like, what's the word, on like things on bases, standing there, and weird pieces of modern art, and I don't know. I kind of want to be like that, but not not like that. Don't really want to have myself a mansion, but I want, and I don't really want to buy, you know, those art things. Rather, I want to create them myself and put them there. Yeah. So recently I became really into this sort of things. I want to make vases. I don't know what, I know that there is a word for this: pottering, clay work, whatever. I don't know if there is woodworking, then there should be clay working. I guess it's kind of resembling what I'm trying to say there. But clay is a bit more complicated, I think, in terms of accessibility, because you have to probably go to some places if you're in a city to go and try out what is this. You know, you have to go to some classes, and I don't know, there are probably some people who teach this. So and then if you're you know, purchasing this clay spinning thing, I don't know how do you call it. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't even, in any language, I don't know how do you call it. This circle that spins, where you put your clay, and it spins, and you kind of form the vase, you know. It probably takes, and then it's kind of messy, you know, because the clay is wet all the time, you know, and then you have to put these vases somewhere, and then you have to kind of fire them, or like whatever, put them in the oven, probably some certain oven, I don't know. So it's kind of a bit more complicated than for example woodworking, and that's what I'm gonna ask my grandfather this weekends. I'm gonna visit my grandparents. He's not really a woodworking man or whatever, but he certainly has experience in that. He certainly can give me some sort, at least where to buy some sort of like wood blocks, wood chunks, or maybe whatever. I know that you can do it online nowadays, but I mean, I just want to talk to him about that. Yeah, and what I want to do, I just want to get some little wood chunks, you know, and some of those wood carving knives. They're like toolkits of them online, relatively cheap. And yeah, I just want to because I don't want to use power tools for now, because I don't have a place to use power tools. I don't really have a shed anywhere except maybe my grandparents. But then going there, yeah, it sounds, it's summer, so maybe I can go and try it. Go to live a bit in there, like, because they're living outside of city, kind of almost in the countryside, like couple of, I don't know how much, 10 kilometers away from the city, something like that. So maybe I can go there, and they have a garage, they have a shed or whatever, so I can kind of try myself there. I don't know, I haven't thought about that, but I mean, yeah, because if I want to kind of have a place inside my house, I don't have any space for that, for putting some power tools, basically. I don't know, some drills that are like those drills where you kind of put it down. I don't know. I don't again, sorry for my freaking broken English, but today I seem to not really remember any vocabulary that I want to remember. But yeah, so I want to just buy some wood and some tools, and just try and carve. I want to carve some sort of pipe stand, some little pipes, and basically will be flat with some just. It sounds weird, but the only word I remember for this, carving in, when you kind of this bowl, it will be flat, but there will be kind of bowl inside of it. I think you can call it depression in the wood, but but I think it sounds weird. Yeah, this hole, basically hole where which will be able to hold a pipe, basically. That's what I want to make it kind of not really simple, or maybe some add some sort of counter, like balanced thing. I don't know, we'll see. I want to make one for my friend and for myself too, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think it's a good addiction to have. It's kind of this addiction to inspiration. But then if you're just browsing, if you're just looking at those pictures and saving them, and piling them up on your phone, then it's probably for nothing. If you're trying to create something similar, if you're really inspired and you're taking action because of this inspiration, then I think that's great. So that's what I want to do, because I have those pictures piled up, and now I want to make something similar. So now it's gonna be wood, and then it's gonna be some clay things. I don't know, I just want to make some, there was this, like, in how do you call it, not plaster, but as a kids, everybody probably used to have this sort of colored, it's not clay, but how do you call it, not plaster, but maybe plaster is the right way. They were coming in those rectangle things, and they were colored in those boxes. I think it's plaster or something, I don't remember. But yeah, so something like that, but I mean, now you can kind of sculpt some more like detailed things out of it, like some faces, like some just little characters or whatever. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to share that the channel name's probably gonna change, and that's it. That's the main message of the video that was in the beginning, and then I was just rambling. I'll try, if I'm gonna make something out of wood, and start this little projects. I'm probably gonna share them on this channel, so I'm gonna keep in touch with you, or how do you say it? Anyway, have a great day. Have a great weekends. It's Thursday today, but tomorrow is Friday, so I mean, technically, yeah. Hope you're doing all right. So God bless you and see you soon.